I seen a post from a woman on here that said the real reason she doesn't date attractive men is because basically once you her type, you can get away with almost anything. And I 100% feel that. Like, I'm not gonna say I date ugly women because I don't, but like, I stay away from my type because my type has me spending money that I don't have, skipping work that I need to be doing, mentally going through all the fucking loops, and I don't want to go through no more circuses. I don't want to chase nobody. I only want what wants me. So I'm not going after my type, and my type is the traditional bad bitch, and I think that's everybody's type. But the bad bitch has a worse personality, is all I'm saying. So I like women that like me as much as I like them, as well as have personality to go with looks, have smarts to go with looks. Like, my type, all you gotta do is be light skin, curly hair, and a nice body and a pretty face, and boom, here's my wallet. Here it all. Oh, you need your nails done? Don't worry, I got it. And nigga, I don't got it. I really don't got it. So that shit is like detrimental to my life. So I stay away from them.
Now, I think this man unintentionally exposed way more than he thought that he was going to with this video. First of all, this man saying that the typical bad chick is, or the typical baddie is light-skinned with curly hair. And I think we know exactly what type of curly hair he means. And if a show ain't 4C, and that's problematic in itself. Now, of course, our light-skinned sisters can be baddies as well. But, so can our dark-skinned sisters. And that is a problematic statement, in my opinion. Not to mention that he is a dark-skinned black man. In my opinion, a lot of dark-skinned black men are highly colorist. And they act like their skin tone is a sin. And it's crazy because it's like, as you are demonizing dark-skinned black women, are you not looking in the mirror, sir? Do you not realize that you are the same skin tone as these women that you are devaluing? But that's a whole nother topic in itself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to say, putting a color towards what you think is a baddie, that gives very much colorist, and it also gives very much that you put a higher status on a woman depending on how light her skin is. And that's disgusting. But beyond that, because we're not even going to talk about that. Beyond that, this man saying that he doesn't date his type because he can't afford them, but he will go for another type, in which his own words, he doesn't view them as attractive because they're not his type and he doesn't think that they're baddies, then that means that he views them as less valuable and also as wanting less from him. And, that's crazy to me because he feels as if he can get away with having these women that are, his words now, not light-skinned, without curly hair, that he can get them to settle for less because of that simple fact. That's a wild thing to say, don't you think? It's really saying that these other women that I view as less desirable, really, they don't make me do anything. They'll settle for less. And to me, you're automatically associating that with the way that they look. And you're also associating that with their skin tone. And you're also associating that with their texture of hair. Now, anyway, my thing is that if there are any women that recognize this man, you're currently dating him or you're talking to him, you need to run. Run like Sha'Carri and get away from this type of low effort bedbug immediately. But you know what also stood out to me, like seriously, about this whole situation is that, how oftentimes we wonder why like black men spend their time shaming women that they say that they don't want, or they don't want them to do this or that, instead of just sitting there and going for the women that are already living the lifestyle or behaving in the way that they want. And if you think about it, it's because they don't want those women. It's not. It's because they don't want them. So they want to shame the women who they really like into being what they want them to be. So it's like, if he's looking at the baddies and he's saying, oh, these baddies want money, these baddies want to be taken care of and provided for, maybe if I shame enough baddies and make them feel bad for wanting anything, then I'll be able to offer them nothing and still get access to these women. You know what I'm saying? So what they want to do is brainwash and beat down the women that they truly desire into not knowing their worth and settling for less. And this next statement really applies to men. Like, a man's type, in my opinion, is always going to be his type. Now, he may get with a woman because he feels like she's easier to obtain, or he feels like she's low-hanging fruit, or he feels like he doesn't have to offer her anything to get her. But his type is always going to be his type. And the woman that he is engaging with that's not his type eventually is going to get old. And he's going to sit there and he's going to fantasize about his true type, which is how you get men that do not like the women that they are with. And they move like that. And those men a lot of times are never home. They're always hanging out with their boys, or they're out there liking a million different pictures of women on social media who are really their type, or the opposite of the woman that they have married or they're in a relationship with, or they're out there flirting with certain type of women online, or they're even out there cheating with those women. And my thing is that as a man, instead of doing that, step up your game. Step it up, brother, and be the man that can actually attract the woman that you are really attracted to. If you don't got the money to maintain the women that you think that you deserve, then work harder and stay single until you can get the women that you really, really want. And, I also think it's very wild to act like you can only have the baddie aesthetic to, want a man to spend on you or want to be treated like a queen. Because it's crazy, because all women want that for real, for real. And it's crazy because they're always telling women, wear your natural hair, don't wear any makeup, let me see the real you. Only to devalue those type of women and say that those type of women are not the baddies. Those are not the type of women that they really want. So which is it that you want? You want the glammed up diva, or do you want the plain Jane? Which one is it? And my opinion is, I really believe that's the reason why a lot of men get with quote unquote baddies and then start telling them, hey, I don't want you to wear the 30-inch bust downs. I don't want you to wear the lace wigs. I don't want you to get sew-ins with the extensions and the wand curls and the cash doll flips. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to wear the minx lashes. I don't want you to wear lash extensions. I don't want you to wear your nails. I don't want you to wear your makeup no more, because what they want to do is devalue you. Because if you stay the baddie that they were when they met you, then there's competition. But they want to get you and make you forget your power so that they can once again beat you down and get you to accept whatever. And they still get the perks of being with a baddie. She just don't even know it no more. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I really think that men are liars. And this is coming from a person that, I don't wear makeup all the time, but if I'm stepping out or I'm going somewhere, then best believe I'm going to step out and I'm going to do it. All right? But I really think that a lot of men, most men maybe, I don't believe they're really into supernatural women. I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you notice that the majority of women that men really, and this is men of all races, mind you, that they really put on a pedestal, they're always glammed up women, glammed up divas. Whether they're black, whether they're white tea, whether they're Latina, you know what I'm saying? Whether they're Asian, they are glammed up women. All right. And that's even if it's a soft glam, even if it's a soft beat, they are glammed up nonetheless. You don't see them uplifting women like Pearly Things. Like, oh, wow, Pearly Things. Oh, I love to see her. She looks just like an unseasoned piece of chicken. Oh, she looks just like a chicken cutlet with nothing on it. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop. Pearly Things. Oh my gosh. This just blew me, because do y'all remember when the one dudes was saying that Pearly Things was like, they like what she was saying, but they was like, she not cute. Exactly. You over here doing all of this stuff, jumping through hoops to get these men's approval, only for them to tell you like, yeah, no, you're not attractive enough. We don't care how much of a pick me you do. Nope, don't like you. But, anyway, I'm sorry. That just was funny to me. But I'm just saying that when men say they prefer these natural women, they really don't. They don't. And I'm not saying that, you can't be a woman that isn't into a lot of those things. But normally, even if you're a woman that's not into like a lot of those glam things, you got something about you that's like, rare. If you get what I'm saying. I can't even believe I said rare. Forgive me, y'all. I'm tripping. But anyway, all I'm gonna say is that I really feel like all of this, like, natural women versus glam women versus in between women, all of that, it's all rooted in triangulation, trying to get women to fight amongst each other to create a scarcity mindset like it's hard to get these men. And we already know it's not hard to get them. And I also think that it's also to lower women's self esteem and also to lower the self esteem of women that they find really beautiful so that those women don't think that they deserve anything other than them you know? And, I just want y'all to understand that I do think that you can be beautiful. You can be stunning. You can be a diva. You can be a baddie. You can be drop dead gorgeous and still have a great personality. And I really think that it's so unfair to attractive women per se to always act like just because you're pretty, you're going to have an attitude. Just because you're pretty, you're going to be mean. That's not true. And that's not, like I said, people a lot of times don't feel any, I guess, I don't know, they don't feel any sympathy towards people that are attractive or good looking or whatever because they feel like, oh, well, you're good looking and that's all you need to get. We don't need to give you any type of humanity. But it's really not right. You know what I'm saying? It's really not right. And I really do think it's unfair to attractive women because a lot of times, you will hear women who are objectively beautiful or attractive or whatever you want to call it. They will talk about how many times they have been mistreated by people that thought that they were going to be like rude or nasty and all of that. And that's really not cool. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, if you see a man that is saying that he is interested in you because you're low maintenance, or his normal type is drop dead girl, gorgeous, IG baddies, but he likes you because you have such a great personality. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because I promise you, there's problems ahead. There's trouble ahead. It's just like, dag, I just forgot that guy's name. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. He looks like Steve Urkel. He's very popular here on YouTube. Tag Jamal the creative or something like that. How he played his girl talking about you're not a baddie, you're not a baddie, you're not a baddie, but your personality is so great, you're so awesome. But you're just different. Oh, it always hurts her feelings when I say this, but yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it. Like wild. And have y'all ever noticed that a lot of the men that they make all of these big statements about looks and what women should be or shouldn't be or what they like. They're never hitting on nothing. Like, they're just average to below average, they doggone self. So why are you trying? Anyway, I don't even want to go down that road because that just annoyed me because he's just so annoying. I mean, it's like, I will be doggoned, okay? If you sit there and you look like Steve Urkel's baby brother / uncle / long lost pappy, and then talk to me about plain Jane versus baddies versus this and that. Sir, you got your nerve. Let's not start talking about what type of category I'm going to put you in. All right? Because, boy, I'm telling you, I would have tore that man up so bad. He would have been like, you know what? Maybe we should go ahead and file for divorce because I don't know if I can ever get over the things that you have. Like, cool, because I ain't taking it back. Let me stop. All right, y'all. Anyway, I digress. I gotta stop. I'm really tripping. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. You know what? I just came on my cycle, y'all. I am hormonal, so forgive me for these next few videos that y'all see. I'm not going to be in my right mind, all right? But anyway, I digress. If you watched this whole video and you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and drop a 0 in the comments down below. And I'm going to tell you why, because a man like this, he deserves none of your time. He deserves not a dribbity drop, okay? 0 because he finna play in your face. 0 And if you can't donate to my Cash App above, no problem. I know times are hard out here, so just do your girl a free favor. Free 99 for the free ski. Follow me on TikTok. I live stream there exclusively. Also, follow your girl on YouTube. All right, I'm on the road to 20K. Help your girl get there, please. Because it says that 48% of y'all watching these videos, y'all not subscribe. Why not? Why not subscribe? All right. And also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And as always, ladies, I really love to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.